educated and learned when it comes to gemstones and travels the world for 40 years. You've been doing that
40
now.
years, yeah.
40 years.
Over 60 countries. Going into mines, going into vaults, looking for rare and unusual gemstones.
And this is one of those. It's called Ammolite. It's a triplet, but it's also done in a cross. So I just would welcome you in. If you're a person of faith and the cross means something to you, it represents obviously the Father, Son, the Holy Spirit, or it represents, your connection. You like it as a reminder. There's so many people around me who love and collect crosses. This would be a beautiful, and I've gifted crosses as well. This would be a beautiful addition to anyone's collection. As you can see, sterling silver on the back. This is a triplet of something called Ammolite. And you'll get the enhancer and the chain. 4 easy payments of $74.75. But Ammolite, maybe you've only seen on cruise ships, or maybe you've seen along your travels in other places around the world. I'm showing a couple of them together just so that you know that each one is going to be uniquely yours. What is Ammolite?
Ammolite comes from one place in Canada, southern Alberta. You can see this. This is made up of aragonite. And what that means is it's the same thing that makes up a pearl. It's made in nature. It's actually fossils, over 71 million years old.
Wow.
Everyone's going to be a little bit different. You're going to see different colors. But Ken, the owner of the mine who we work directly with, says he gives us the very finest Ammolite that there is. And you can see that by the different colors.
Sure.
You can see that by the reds, the oranges, the greens, and the blues that you see in every single stone.
There are the blues on the side. Yep, you can see them. As you turn, they change color. I'm sorry, as this slid down my fingers. But you'll also receive that fine link chain that's 18 inches as well. Tell us about that center rectangle, because that center, when I actually had a show with Ken, he said this was crazy to make, that it was really hard for them because of how long this center stone is.
Because of the nature of the shell. When they cut it, very rarely do you have a large, long piece that's flat. So what they had to do is go through many, many, many pieces to get this. But we wanted to do a cross because, you know what, this is considered a national treasure by the Canadian government. This is something that you just don't find anywhere in nature. A few places in the world, they'll find it, but it's not this kind of gem quality. And this is a gem that was named a gemstone a few years ago. When you see this and you know there's only 3 gemstones like this in nature. You have amber, you have pearl, and you have Ammolite.
When you say like this in nature, what do you mean?
Right, that is formed by an animal.
Okay.
Over millions and millions of years. So when you see this, you know, will this last forever? Ken said maybe 20 years, it'll all be gone. There's no way of knowing it because it's so precious.
So when you say maybe 20 years, as in the mining, what's left of it? In the same way that tanzanite, you're saying, is like a gem, people say is like a gemstone of this generation. They just don't know.
Once it's gone, it's gone. But the important thing here are the colors. You know, when you see the multiple colors here, you see the reds, you see the greens, you see a little bit of blue, you see a little bit of yellow. That shows you that this is the very finest Ammolite that there is.
It's 4 easy payments of $74.75, and this is an enhancer. And I want to just share with you that center stone, right, is actually, what is it? We're looking at 1 5/8 about. Would you agree with that?
Yep.
Yep. Okay. So that, yeah. Is that right? Yeah. So you can see that center stone nice and long, but what I wanted to share with you, by the way, as I turn this around, is that it actually is an enhancer, and I want to show you how this goes. So when you get this home, by the way, you know that they've actually treated it as if it is a precious stone, because you've got one class going down right there, and then you've got that figure-8 safety catch that's going to catch it again. Sorry, I had to snap it into place, and then you snap that into place, and it will go on your chain. The great thing about it is that you can slide it off that fine oval link chain. It's got a nice big opening, so you could slide it on another cord if you wanted to as well. We don't actually have a lot of these to go around. If you know Ammolite and you've been fewer than 250, did you say, to go around? Yeah, fewer than 250 to go around. If you've been on a cruise ship or you've seen this gemstone, you know what the prices are. The retail value on this is $440 alone. We're down to $300. So, you know, $140 less. And as you said, we talked to Ken, the owner of the mine.
Right. Well, he brings us the very finest material. But can you imagine wearing this hanging from a strand of pearls?
Oh, God.
Wouldn't that be beautiful?
Yeah. That's amazing. That would be really
This is a real
pretty.
conversation piece because most people have never seen Ammolite because it's that rare. You see it in just a few places in the world.
Yeah, that is so pretty. And you see how it is on Donna, how pretty that looks. It's large enough that you see it, but also it's not so large that it's overwhelming. It's a beautiful size. As we said, we were looking at the Ammolite enhancer with bail. We're looking at 1.5 inches long. We actually measured just the Ammolite stone in the center, how long that is, over 1 inch long. 4 easy payments of $74.75. That easy pay, though, going away at the end of the day. So if you're considering Ammolite, certainly you want to make it a point to purchase it here, given that we've got a great value versus retail. So, you know what? We want to share with you that we've got the ametrine and amethyst bold sterling silver